It's time! Time for more MSQ. I played a ton yesterday, but I didn't stream because I was doing shenanigans. Getting these up, and then these guys will be getting up with the classes, the job quests. So that'll be that. All right. So last time we learned more about the idyllic situation with the farmers and the how the hunters use multiple souls to stay alive, that kind of stuff, just how their society kind of works. And then we met up with Aaronville's mom, who is heading up a resistance movement to fight against Zeralja's expansionist empire. And here we are in the city on the 9th level of a 12th level tower thing. And yeah, this is like a residential district that they brought us to. We're here registered as guests of the Queen. And now let's see what we've got waiting for us. Ah, a crossroads already? This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go. Right, I've made up my mind. Let's head to that building there. The graphics card. Yeah, so I have already explored a little bit, but mostly just because I was getting all the ether. Also spent a lot of time just in this area in general because that's the crafting hub.
Ah, there you are, Lamati.
Sphene.
We call it a condo.
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request, you say?
Yes, an important one. I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zeralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible.
I appreciate the
Zeralja
immediate
murdered
shutdown.
Our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then. Zeralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation, But unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
You really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulihyolal. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please.
I won't yield on this either.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
Just want to double check. 3 minutes. I mean, at that point, I'll do it after the next quest. I'm sure it'll. Let's begin then, shall we? I must say, I'm really grateful. This place is so vast and confusing. I didn't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all the key facilities are situated near ley nodes, what you call aetherites. Remember this, and you won't lose your way. Now then, seeing as it is right here, I will show you the Nexus Arcade first. Please follow me. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you've observed. This arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Amazing. How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. Do you see the glowing pattern over yonder? That is an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. That will spare us some walking. Are they also made from that strange metal? What's it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by Electrope. As a matter of fact, the ore is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the floor and walls. By etching arcane circuits upon it, Electrope can be used to convert lightning energy to those of other elements. In so doing, we can achieve various effects. For instance, a conversion to wind produces flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. A conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and it is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups that keep your drink warm. Can you make a drink cold if you convert to ice instead? You certainly can. Our vending machines do just that. What's more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind while projecting light with lightning, it's possible to alter one's appearance. It's almost scary what you can do with Electrope. Such a wondrous material exists in our world, I imagine everybody would be fighting over it. Uh-oh. Oh no. Shop over there. What does it sell? Ah yes, let's go and take a look. Okay, so either A, her kingdom is the end result of thousands of years of, like, various empires fighting each other, and she's sad that they've had to kill everyone else. Or it's, like, the Electrope is, like, somewhat caused by taking souls of people who died naturally, and then, like, again, using them as a currency, using them as a material, and, like, fucking etching them into the electric currents. I dare say you will find it interesting. Oh god, the crafters are here. Mostly just doing quick explorations to try and level them. Since I'm done my current crafting and gathering stuff. This shop sells food. Those are the items on the counter. That's food? I can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. Your countrymen wore two in the beginning. Come, you must sample something. Choose one, and I will purchase it. Welcome, friends. How lucky you are for Her Majesty to treat you. 5 items on display are our most popular. I recommend one of them if this is your first time. Slab of pink hexagons. Liquid-filled pouch. We got Capri Sun up in here? Hexagon pattern bag. Black and yellow tin. Ah yes, the salad paste. This is designed for those who are concerned about their figure. With its blend of 9 varieties of vegetables, it'll help your efforts to slim down. Fashion models swear by it, and youths can't get enough of the stuff either. This here is cultivated steak. It's not quite the same as the real thing they produce in the outskirts, but it's a sight more affordable. This particular product is known as Gold Label, and it's a delicious hybrid of beef and chicken grown at the plant on the 4th level. Aha. Keen on the perfect meal bar, are you? It's all the nutrients your body needs packed into a single foodstuff. The flavor is formulated to never taste dull, and 1 bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Many folks prefer this to taking multiple meals. Okay, honestly, as much as I like eating, I would probably do this for, like, If I could do this for like most of my meals, just and like have restaurants on the weekends, you know, I probably would. As a culinarian, though, Ferror is offended. The synthetic fruit pellets? They're our best approximation of the taste and texture of grape. I've never tried. God damn. They're never letting themselves live the grapes down. I've never tried to eat the real fruit, so I can't say how faithful they are, but there's no denying their popularity. Finally, free sun. Ah, the revivifying tonic. I take it you're thirsty. The flavor is a sublime blend of sweet and salty, and it stays fresh for over 10 years thanks to the special container. Sure. While they're very tempting, I'm going to have the steak. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for your custom. This being your Majesty's treat, it's bound to taste all the better. Say, would you mind sampling your selections here now? It's been a long time since we had newcomers, and I'd love to see your reactions. Oh, now it's a thing. This is a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture, Pharaoh. Let's dig in. Alright, here I go. Following Wuklamat's lead, you sample your selection. Amazing! I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavorsome like ronique, and the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. Don't mind them. They're just happy to see your honest reaction. How about you? It's probably pretty good. It's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. This does take me back. Though it was chaotic when the people of Tulihilal first arrived, we endeavored to learn about one another and embraced our differences. Alright, what about you, Sphene? Aren't you having something to eat too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now. Thank you. Alright, but what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experiences have led me to believe the same. My favorite food. Is it such a difficult question? I'm sorry, it's just when I think of those who labor to bring us the food, I find I can't settle on one thing. I thought I was the indecisive. You're something else. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you needn't laugh about it. I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well. Next, I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in part so I can tend to personal matters. It's a visitation, to be precise, and I believe it will be educational for you as well. Would the two of you mind accompanying me? Not at all. Wonderful. Let me know when you've seen enough here, and we'll make our way. Yeah, man. Ready? Let's head to the residential center. It's to the south. As we walk, I will be glad to tell you about any places of interest we come upon. Perfect. Are there interest points? No. There aren't. Oh. No. Maybe they'll make some. This is Mosaic, a cafe. Here you can buy drinks to enjoy while you relax. I see, in Tuli Hilal there's a similar establishment called Shbali of Tea. That's seashell in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continent, the races are named for stones. There's the hewn, who resemble some Tonawata, the tall and graceful Eldite, and the diminutive and affable Milala. When they all gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus did the founder choose to name the cafe. That's nice. If they serve tacos here, it'd be perfect. Tacos? A traditional Turali dish, and one of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Oh, yes, definitely. More and more, I'm assuming that she is this body is artificial and she doesn't have like a real body. That's my go-to here. We'll make it happen once we're restored peace to the Hilal. Right, let's continue on. Let's continue on. Gamers. And here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. They're massive. Each one is bigger than the palace. They have to be, for just about all Alexandrians have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. Their apartment's in the building on the left at Residential Radius 914. Residential Radius? That's right. Come, the doors open automatically. Oh, I didn't even go in here. Yo. Hey Sphene, can anyone live in this place? Naturally. In fact, many of your countrymen make their homes here. No matter your origin or race, occupation, or regular usage, all Alexandrian citizens are eligible for an apartment. This includes those you met who work in the outskirts. You've taken care of everyone for 30 years. I'm truly grateful. This is the lobby, a common area for residents. Let's see, what does that machine there do? Ah, the concierge. They look after the residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they would be glad to assist. Is that so? I have no shortage of questions, but I'll direct them at you for now. By all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. Cute. Hello. This is the place. A mother and son live here. Oh, he's wearing my shirt. Hello, Isadora. Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today. Is that alright? Of course. Friends of the Queens are friends of ours. Please, make yourself at home. How's Milo's been? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hello, Milos. Have you missed me? My son was born with Levin sickness, a severe etheric imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers from paralysis, cannot walk, and struggles to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing, and even on bad days, he can communicate with his eyes. I see. Fiend visits often, does she? She does. Milos simply adores her. He sometimes even manages to smile when she's here. What of yourself, Isidore? How are you holding up? You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. I'm glad to hear that, but mustn't strain yourself, understood? There's nothing you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment with souls, or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those who have met with an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. The cause is quite clear, though. The excess lightning in the environment. It's no coincidence the number of cases has risen dramatically these past 30 years. It's all my fault. What was that? I'm sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make it a proper visit next time, with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Majesty. If it weren't for you, Milos and I wouldn't still be here. Thank you, Queen Sphene. It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon, so be a good boy, for your mother and for me. My thanks for accompanying me on the visit. The illness is part of life in Alexandria, and I thought that you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. We'll make it so unfortunate children like Milos smile again. Well, let's continue the tour, shall we? Look, you obviously have duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to, so please don't worry. Next, I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities, a place called Resolution. To reach it, we'll need to go by way of Lane Node 9, where the Aetherite is situated. I'll join you right after. Also, I know they just opened up new like apartments and housing and stuff, but I would love to have an apartment in this building. Like an apartment of that size would be massive. Okay, so I can warp over. Oh, there's like a whole. There's some exploration to be had in there. But there's a lookout. Actually, before I continue, I'm just going to dip over here 2 seconds. Pretty sure the main quest is going to come here immediately after, but I want to unlock it sooner rather than later in case there are some lookout spots. Yeah, because this is clearly the lookout person, the sister. Emmeline Ironheart, yep. A tome? That wouldn't happen to be a sightseeing log, would it? Oh. Melith. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a good long time. And dearest Asabi. She's my twin sister, you see, and I haven't seen her for 30 long years. Not since I was trapped during my exploration of Yasolani. It brings me great joy to know she's well. Pardon me for asking, but I see the note she added to your log. She always did make some bold strokes of her lettering. Here. I've added my own notes. Some of the information may seem improbable at best, but I believe there is truth in every entry. Were I younger, I would set out in search of these fantastic sights myself, but alas, my body can no longer endure such travels. So thanks to you, I feel lighter than I have in an age. There's one thing I should wish, it's to see my sister again before I die. There's so much I would share with her. You have better things to attend to than an old woman's musings. Take care, kind adventurer, and may your journey lead you to vistas both bright and unforgettable. That's depressing. Like, my god. Squeeze me. The conveyor head will transport you to the government sector where Resolution is located. The markings on a conveyor indicate its direction, and there's a pair just like it on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely. There's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, Pharaoh. Sure. And here we are, Resolution, the operational heart of Solution 9. From Resolution, we oversee the running of the district and provide essential services to citizens, such as welfare support and job introductions. It's quicker to show than tell, so let's proceed inside.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits.
Oh, I hate that.
Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians, and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
With knowledge comes appreciation.
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while.
Several cutscenes will play.
In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago it said, lightning energy began to swell in our world. According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing. Dubbed electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others. Fighting was isolated and sporadic, until electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor Lindblom committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction. It exploited on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
Just like the flood of light, just like the flood of darkness, sounds an awful lot like an umbral calamity. Yeah, just the general term, let's go. So I'm guessing
You
Ascians.
truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime.
Hands off my soul, lady. But, you know,
But
sure.
to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon.
Lindblom and Alexandria
Though they
being, of
yet
course, two
lived,
kingdoms in Final Fantasy
the
IX.
cruel spectre of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, Our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9. I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents.
Yeah, real hard to feel bad for that guy, like...
I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we? Right, I believe we visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamolja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zoralja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things, restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing of import. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course. Of course. Thanks so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Zoralja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd like that very much. It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path.
I don't know, it seems like you're making choices.
Forgive me, Vau Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
We still have a whole zone and a half that we haven't seen. What was Fiend wanting to tell us, I wonder? Well, it can wait for another time. We've been exploring for a while now and should probably head to FQ as meeting point. That'll be back the way we came, I think? Fiend genuinely cares for her people. I can respect that. And thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of Alexandrians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. So, we're supposed to go to a place called True View, in the eastern sector. This conveyor ought to take us there. You know, once you get used to it, they're actually kind of fun. Come on, Ferrar. Let's look at what this new weapon looks like. Raskanar. Oh. I hate this one. I hate this model every time it shows up. I just don't... I think I would love it so much more if it didn't have the giant circle in center. This is the right place, you think? I don't see the others, though. Well, rather than sitting and waiting, we might as well explore a bit more. Huh? Furor, look over there. A Mimosa child. What are they doing here? A baby. There they go. You noticed too, right? The resemblance to Zoralja? Does Zoralja have babies? Or does he have clones? Blue scales of a Bunewa with the features of a Hubigo. This can't be coincidence. At any rate, it wouldn't do to leave such a small child on their own. Come on, let's go after them. Behold the power of the Fortress of Nvidia. So this is true view. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but it does seem lively. I'm guessing that's the Archaeon. That building's just about the only one that isn't lit up. Not open for business at the moment, I guess. Oh, they came to us. I didn't see you there. Listen, we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk. It's a bit odd, don't you think? They run off when we approach, only to suddenly reappear. Maybe they want to take us somewhere? Is that the way of it? You want us to follow you? So it is. Alright, lead the way. Follow the child. Oh. Are you allowed to be in here, child? Is this where you wanted to bring us? What is this place? You're meant to relax here. It isn't working for me. Hey, what's your name? So you're still not inclined to talk. Extremely morbid theory. The baby is a backup soul for Zoraljah. He'll only talk if he's he'll only talk if he's completely comfortable with you. You know him? After a fashion, but never mind that. How about something to wet your whistle? Bichromatic Hatsune Miku bunny is here. Adorable as you are, it's on the house. I can recommend our special, Her Majesty. I'll prepare one without liquor for the boy, too. Uklamat, the nice lady is flirting with you. Just take the alcohol. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend named Kafkiwa. But we ran into the child on the way, and he led us here. Oh, so you're with Kafkiwa. Oh, they don't have the soul thing. In that case, go and have a chat with Bit Tassos there. He'll show you to a fun place. What about him? I don't think he's in the mood to talk, so he can tend the bar with me. This is taking a turn for the strange. Well, you don't think we're walking into a trap, do you? Probably not. Damn, but this doesn't have suspicious written all over it. Kafkiwa did say she had to be careful. Yeah, all the clients obviously have the gear, but none of the workers. What is this fun place meant to be? Is Kafkiwa there? Well, I suppose there was only one way to find out. Alright, let's see what kind of cool shirt they're giving me. That is far less cool and interesting. This area is normally off limits, but Kafkiwa's told us about you. Follow the corridor and head into the room at the end. Let's go, Furor. Whatever happens, you won't catch me being surprised.
Wonderful! They're here!
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Amazing.
Oh damn! Whole command center up in here.
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Our members here are mainly creators and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in electro. They use their skills to provide support to our field operatives. Genold, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends...
Excuse me, Genold? Found the relic guy.
Well, there's provisioning. Gotta have supplies to fight a good fight, ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation. The organization credited with laying the foundations of electrope technology. From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is. But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal. Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of preservation at one point.
Carl's parents, no doubt.
That they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device.
Data storage device? Oh?
Oh, you didn't know? Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
By the way, I was a baby who came from your world.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Do you know aught of them?
Listen, Cryo. The husband and wife who founded our order. It's believed that they were Malala. Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
My parents, the founders of Oblivion. Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves. I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested, though, You're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Yes, please. As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Thank you.
If you like, I can examine your earring. I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
I dare say we have enough eyes to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
She's like, please don't give me homework, give me something to do.
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zeralja to make the next move.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
Gladly.
Oh, I've buggered it up again!
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind. I don't.
Oi! You two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shay.
Wow. Thanks, Aaronville. Fine. I'll go talk to the Geralt. He seems more fun than the other two I've seen, at least. Sorry you had to see my passion spilling over. Happens when you put your heart and soul into your craft, you know? Not to be weird or nothing, but I felt a sense of kinship when I saw you. As if we've met in another life. Any road? As I was saying, I need someone to lend me a hand. I haven't slept for 2 nights now. Not a single wink, and I'm right to collapse. Can't afford to, though. Got folks relying on me, see. But if I'm to keep at it, I need you to fetch me my favorite energy tonic. That voucher's good for 2 cans. One for yourself by way of welcome. Can't get the stuff at any old vending machine, though. You need to talk to a bloke named Philemon. You'll find him tending a bar out in the main strip. Off you go now. Alright. Where? This base rules. I love this area. When I go to the attack, do you think I'm pushing forward too quickly? A little. Try to keep closer to the rest of us so you don't get surrounded. This I really like. This is good. Shell's already extracted the data on the earring. At long last, a clue. My apologies, but I will remain here to review the information. I feel for you. While Ganolt is a brilliant adapter, it's as if he's stuck on full volume. It's all I can do to put up with the clamor. By the by, you didn't know him before, did you? Don't see how you could, but for a moment you were looking at them as if you'd seen a ghost. Nope. Better to you than me. Seldom does one see Kral so openly impassioned. As a comrade, I will do my best to support her. Alright, let's get this special energy drink. Oh, side quests have unlocked. Welcome. What are you having? I have vouchers. Energy tonics you can't get from vending machines. How dare you suggest that I sell such dangerous stuff? Away with you. Away with you and don't come back. Got a voucher? Slip it to me then. Nice and subtle. Ah, so you're collecting for Gnolt. A can for him and a can for you, eh? Here you go. Yours is formulated for beginners. Gentler than the full strength stuff. It's not contraband or anything, so you won't run afoul of the authorities, but if the Rodina Consortium was made aware of my special selection, it'd be bad for business. Now, seeing as it's your first time, I want you to drink your tonic here, just in case there's side effects. That's cute. I like that. You drained the tonic in a single pull. That's how you do it. Your pulse has a quick soon, after which you'll start seeing everything more clearly, and then, finally, you'll feel a roaring surge of energy. People say it's like growing a pair of rainbow wings. Well, you haven't up and carked it, so hurry up and give Ginolt his tonic. He tends to leave it to the last moment, so I expect he's about to keel over. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is dumb. Someone in chat says, looking for tank mentor. Here you go, Gnolt. You got the tonic? Get here, quick. You, buddy? Ah, that's the stuff. Ain't nothing like it to blow the cobwebs right out with a great big kaboom. Awakens something feral in me, does. Transforms me into a remorseless beast that won't stop till it's done what it's born to do. In a road, sorry for sending you off on an errand like that. I just can't concentrate without my tonic, you know? And a pile of work only ever gets bigger. Speaking of which, I better get back to it. Those weapons and tools ain't going to enhance themselves. Is it just me, or are there rainbows in your eyes? Never a moment goes by without Gnolt moaning and grunting. I presume it's how he expresses his passion for his work. What do you think of the crew here? An interesting bunch, right? I personally recruited Gnolt to jail, by the way.
I've been meaning to ask about that Mamulja child. Could he be...
Yes. In all likelihood, he's Zoralja's son.
So you think so too? But what is he doing here?
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
Oh, God.
To think he'd cast aside his child.
We can't say for certain who he was born to, or why he was on his own. But he's a blue-scaled Hubigo, and Zoralja is the only other one around. That being the case, everyone assumes they're father and son. Even the boy has put two and two together. This all happened when he was very little, so he has no recollection of his parents. It breaks my heart to think of it.
What's his name?
Gulja. It was my hope that he'd grow up to be a man of principle, like his grandfather.
It's a fine name.
I should mention that the boy is a little unusual. At first, I intended to raise him as my own. But just when I thought he was warming to me, he suddenly disappeared. We searched high and low for several days. And where should he turn up? But in the wilds near Everkeep.
What? It's a miracle he didn't fall prey to fiends.
See? That's another unusual thing. Creatures don't seem to attack him. He could pick his way through the thunder yards as if he were on a stroll. On making inquiries, we learned that he had been living alone and receiving food from the people of the outskirts. This became something of a pattern. We track him down and bring him back, only for him to disappear again within a matter of days. He would return to the wilds without fail, and once again rely on the kindness of strangers to survive. Finally, I took the hint and left him be, giving him the solitude he prefers and lending a hand only when he explicitly asks.
If Gulja is Zorolja's child, that makes him my nephew. Assuming he's willing, I'd be glad to take him in like Papa did for me. But seeing as I'm here to kill his father, I don't know if it would be right.
Who was that?
Oh dear. It's Gulja.
Don't tell me he heard everything.
This is my fault. I asked that he be kept away, but I should have taken more precautions.
I'm going after him. I need to explain.
Wait, Lamachi. I understand your haste, but it'd be best to coordinate a search. Kafkiwa, do you have any idea where he might go?
There's no telling, I'm afraid. He could as easily be outside the tower as here in Solution 9.
If those who can fight would search below, my mother and I will scour the district.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it.
Let's find the baby. One might think, hey, you should keep those coffers for another class that you're leveling. However, the faster I replace my gear, the faster I can give my gear to a retainer. If Gulja is outside the tower, we need to find him as quickly as possible. Even if he's used to getting around on his own, the wilds are still no place for a child. Agreed. While Kral and Raha continue reviewing the data, the three of us should devote ourselves to the search. Alright, let's head to the base of the tower and take it from there. Let us shoot a bat. I wish there was a, you know, give me best gear button. 655. 5. That's a 55. 5. 55. Yes. Oh, it's because other things are the same. Wrist. Well, he's over 650 now. Good. Won't actually change anything about this, but what was I doing? Right. Swap to warrior real quick, so I can do it. I want to. Oh wait. So here, make sure I've got the best stuff, and then all the non-best stuff gets to be for you. Uh, 645, you get nothing. 650, you get nothing. 45, nothing. 650, nothing. 650. Yeah, 666, right? Yeah. 645. Nothing. 650. Oh, I got a bunch of these at least. 666 even. 655. It is a little funny that I managed to basically do entirely right side warrior, entirely left side bard. Hey, come on. No wait, two of these. Just looking at the chat a little bit. Alder shield. That's a choice. All right. Back onto this. Actually, I'm going to stop the recording here for YouTube and take a little 5-minute break. So, hope you've had fun if you've been watching this on YouTube. And for everyone else, I'll be right back.